All right, everybody, no real lesson today, but a review kind of on these simplifying radical problems. I'm just going to go through a few here on the elephant's worksheet. Just remember when you're simplifying radicals, okay, like a problem like that first one, letter T. Again, under the square root there, we can look at the number separately, and we can look at the variable separately. If you like, you can even separate them kind of anything that's multiplied under a square root, you can separate it into the multiples of both those things under the square root. So I could look at it as the square root of 9 times the square root of x squared. And what's nice about doing that is each one of those has a square root. So I can say for the number, well, square root of 9 is 3, and square root of x squared is just x. So this one will be just 3x. Now, I kind of wrote this one here in the little space that I have, but you may want to write it on a separate sheet and then turn your work that way. Again, yep, I'll be looking for work like this that shows you reducing and finding what the square roots are, breaking things apart, putting them back together as you need for square roots. So yep, make sure you have somewhere, have room to show the work. I wouldn't do it all in here. Some problems will take a little longer than that one did right there. Okay, let me zoom ahead maybe to a different one. How about one in the second section here? Maybe one like this 12x squared. So same idea, though I can break it apart. I'm going to try to write small here so I can fit in here. So square root of 12 times the square root of x squared. Okay, so I can break it apart like that. And the x squared will just become x. So again, I'll have an x out front when I'm all done. In fact, what I'm going to do, sometimes in bigger problems I like to do this. I like to just put, okay, once I've taken the square root of something, I'll just put it out front right now. Okay, and I know I still got to deal with, obviously, this square root of 12, but if I found the square root of something already, I know it's outside the square root, and this part is kind of taken care of. Now I've got that x out front, and I won't forget that I've taken the square root of that, okay? And then I'll see if anything's left over inside when I'm done. So let's look at the square root of 12. Remember, a number like that, square root of 12, I can break into different factors. In this case, square root of 4 and square root of 3 would work nicely because the square root of 4 is just 2. So that 2 will be outside the square root. And then square root of 3, that's the only thing that'll be left, and that is a prime number. I can't break that apart or anything, so 2x square root of 3 will be the answer for that one. Let me just do one more in that top section. I'll go to the end there. Kind of zooming ahead to one like this here, the middle one, H, but it's a nice one. But just a reminder that you don't have to rewrite everything. Okay, this one has all things that are perfect squares because the 9's a perfect square. Square root of 9 ends up being just 3. Square root of x squared is just x, and square root of x to the fourth is y squared. So that's kind of a nice one that you don't have to break everything apart. But of course, numbers like 24 or bigger numbers, or when you have a variable that has an odd power, then it does help to kind of write apart and break down some of the things first so you can look at each number and each variable individually. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of those right now too. Okay, so jumping down to one maybe that's a little more involved. That first row on the bottom part of the worksheet, letter A, that third one, okay? Again, if I break this apart and I just look at each thing itself, first of all, like the number, square root of 54, times the square root of A to the third, times the square root of B squared, okay? Again, just looking at each one individually, okay? First of all, okay, kind of moving off to the side here, again, making my big square root that I like to do sometimes when I got problems with that, a bunch of different things like this. B square root of B squared is just B, so I know that will be outside the square root. Good, that part is done now, okay? Let's look at the number, okay, 54. Again, I can break this apart into some factors. I think factors of 54 would be 9 and 6. Square root of 9 times the square root of 6. Okay, again, if I put those in the calculator, I found the square root of 54. It would be the same thing as if I took the square root of 9 and the square root of 6 and multiply those together. I get the same exact thing. So you can do this totally in math. And again, what's nice about square root of 9 and square root of 6 is square root of 9 is 3. So the 3 will be out front as well. Okay, so I'll put that out there. And that's done. And then square root of, well, that's a 6. I know it doesn't look like one, but that was a 6. I don't think 6 I can break apart anymore, and there's no more numbers to deal with. So that 6 is just going to be under the square root when I'm all done. Not much I can do there. Okay, so square root of 6, that stays put. Let's see, A to the third now. Or what we do if we have an odd power. Okay, the even power over here was nice. Those you can square it and without much problem. But something when it's to an odd power, what you have to do is you have to break just one of them off. So like at 1A, and then all the other ones that are left. So in this case, it'd be A squared, okay? Well, square root of A squared is just A. And I'll still have 1a also. Notice how I'll have 1a, I'll use a different color here. This a, I was able to take the square root of, that's outside the square root. This one will be still inside the square root. So when I'm done, I'll have 1a in my outside of it and 1a still on the inside. So I think if I've done it right here, and again, check your answers and find the answers in the answer blanks. Yep, that's still important, especially in a worksheet like this. That's like your answer key. I've got 3ab square root of 6a. Okay, I'll do one more problem kind of at the end of the worksheet here. Letter V, 2 times the square root of 50 times a times b to the 5th. Okay, now that 2 out front, don't worry too much about that. That just means that whatever I take the square root of, it's going to get multiplied out front then times that 2. So even if I start off right away by just making my big square root and knowing that there's a 2 out front, right? Well, that'll get multiplied to anything that comes outside, okay? Let me bring it all up here just to have a little more room, but I'm going to break them apart like we've talked about. So square root of 50 times the square root of a times the square root of b to the 5th. Okay, and again, that's the nice thing about square roots is I can break them apart or put them all together as much as I want. Okay, and look at each one separately. Let's look at the number first. Square root of 50, well, I know there's a nice perfect square in there. It's the square root of 25, okay? Square root of 25 times the square root of 2. And square root of 25, though, is just 5. So that 5 will come out front. And again, it'll get multiplied. So I'll figure out, again, later that's going to be 10. I'll figure out here in a second. But right now I'm just plunking things where they go. Okay, so I know that'll be the square root of, that 5 will come out front. I still have the square root of 2. So that's underneath the square root. So that'll be underneath. Okay, so all the stuff with the number, I don't see any other numbers are in here. So the number stuff is done. I'm just going to cross it off so I don't lose track of it. That a, nothing I can do with that. That's just going to be under the square root as well when I'm all done, because I can't square root just a, right? I need a squared or some other power. So that part's done. That'll stay under there for sure. And lastly, the b to the 5th. Again, what we do when I have an odd power like this, break one of them off, and then the rest underneath the first square root, because now that's an even power. B to the 4th, square root of b to the 4th is b squared. Okay, so the b squared will be out front, and then I'll have one more b underneath and just clean up the front a little bit. So 5 times 2 is 10, b squared, and then what's under the radical still is 2ab. And there's your final answer. Okay. There's some help on just a few of the problems, you guys. If you still need help, email me or Zoom me or talk to classmates, again, to get help. Not answers, but help from each other so you can be ready for our assessment later on this together. Okay?